Happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm going ahead and pouring a little bit in the glass here to give this a chance to open up. I know y'all are wanting to hear about this one. And I am actually really lucky. I found just a wee little bit of the regular 15. So let me get that in here. And then let me get something in my glass so I can cheers to everybody. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share, all that fun stuff that YouTube likes us to do. Pour a little something so I can cheers all you guys. Hopefully the weather is better where you're at. It is like hot as Satan's hot tub outside. It is pretty stinking miserable. So I've been hibernating indoors all weekend long. All right, let's see who all we have here. Hey, cheers, Sugar Kitty, meow. It's good to see you. We have Peter White. Cheers to you, Peter. How are you doing? Yeah, too hot to do anything else. Yeah, it is. It's hot. I just been taking the dog out to potty. And holy smokes, yeah, it's hot out there. And we get hot in the Midwest, but it's just stifling out there right now. Hey, we got Mr. Mom 310. Mr. Mom, how are you doing? Let me know if you guys have any whiskey in your glass. I have not. I did make an Irish coffee this morning for breakfast, but that's been about it. Everybody talk about the weather. Let me see who else we got. Hey, Sugar Kitty. So which way to go now? A bit of redacted to go with Redbreast 15 or a gin and tonic with Drumshanbo California Citrus. Let me tell you that the Drumshanbo, I'm not a gin person, but I do like their gins. And actually, one of my later summer picks, Sugar Kitty, is kind of a twist on a gin cocktail. So be excited to see if this is a cocktail that you enjoy as well. Oh, weather 07840. Oh, wait, wrong place. It's only 84. It's only 84 there. Oh, you got a thunderstorm. Oh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Yeah, it's like 96 here. It's supposed to be the same way all week. It's supposed to be miserable. Sipping on an orange and cream sparkling water. Oh, that sounds so good. Currently on Grandpa duty with my 1-year-old grandson. Let me tell you, orange and cream sparkling water, that sounds flippin' good. Gin and tonic sounds so tempting. May go down a little too easy. Yeah, especially in this heat, let me tell you. Hey, cheers, Eric Gunderson. It is good to see you. Hey, Cask 529. Cheers to you guys. Drop your link. I thought I saw that you guys were going live later tonight. So drop your link in here. I've been talking to Cask 529, and we're going to work out a date for them to come on and try a blind flight of some Irish whiskey. So I'm excited. I'll get back with you guys on the dates. I've been freaking crazy this week. I've been running around trying to get stuff ready for my upcoming guests, get some Patreon stuff out the door. Cheers, Bourbon Neophyte. Cheers to all you magnificent Irish whiskey people. Anthony is going live tonight at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I thought I saw Anthony. I saw you had Marty that was going to be on. See if I got everybody. Lisby, cheers to you. Sipping on a poor Redbreast PX. Let me tell you, that one is one of my favorites. I really enjoy that one. Happy Sunday, everybody. Cheers to you, Marty. Speak of the devil. I was just saying, I thought I saw you were going to be on Bourbon Neophyte tonight. Hello, everyone. Cheers to you, Declan Boyle. How are you doing? We got Kathy Huey. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Am I close to that tanker explosion? I thought I saw something like that on the news. I am close to the atomic leak that happened. Actually, I have family down that area that happened a couple weeks ago. Hey, Joris, greetings from Belgium. Greetings to you. Thank you for joining me. It's good to see you again. Let's see if I got everybody. You're going to get the 96 degrees tomorrow. You have a case of Weiss beer for that purpose. Oh, see, Weiss beer sounds really good. Kathy is sipping on some JD twice barreled rye. I do like their ryes. Oh, they're not a mod. Oh, great. Let me fix that right now. Let me fix add as a mod. Yeah, all you channels are going to be mods. That way I want to make sure you guys can share your links. Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you, Sugar Kitty. Thank you for doing that. So make sure you guys check out their live. They're going live tonight as well. 86 at just over 3 in the afternoon. How in the world is it hotter here than it is in Vegas? That should not be fair. Hey, Josh Fritz. Cheers to you. Good evening, all. Oh, thank you, guys. No, happy to do it. All right. So I know all my Patreons got a heads up about this, this new bottle. I was fortunate. I had some friends over in Ireland at the time that this released. I was going to do, a full review, but honestly, this supposedly is a one-time only release. It also sold out in I think it was 30 minutes. So I didn't really want to do that on something that, hey, by the way, here you can never get it unless you're going to scour secondary, and chances are it's going to probably be like triple the price that it actually was. So, but I wanted to get in here and give some notes, because if you do choose, you want to try to trace this one down, or you never know. It wouldn't be the first time that Middleton has said, hey, this is a one-time only release, and they released it again. So we're going to take a look at this new one. This just released about a week and a half ago. This is a Redbreast single pot still, 15-year at cask strength. So this one was released. Pour a little bit extra on this one so I can try this one on its own first. This one was released in celebration. Is the 20 years since the original 15 released. Now, the original 15-year was also a one-off. They were just releasing that as a one-off. It's supposedly a combination of 15 casks as well. I don't know about that. And I believe it was released either to celebrate or be sold at La Maison Dieu, which is a big whiskey store in France. Now, this seemed kind of rushed. We found out about this release, I mean, really like less than 2 weeks before it actually released. So it did. I think it sold out in less than that. I've been hearing like 30 minutes. I don't know if it was quite that fast, but it sold out the same day they released it, yours. It did. It was crazy how fast it sold out. That being said, it actually was a reasonable price. It was 130 pounds, or sorry, 130 euro. 130 euro, which, considering Middleton prices here in the US, I could say, pretty sure that's less than the 15, or not much more than the 15. So we're gonna check this one out. I've got some of the cask strength poured in here. I'm also going to I have sampled this to a couple people. You might see an upcoming blind flight that does have this in it. And I'm also going to put a sample of this aside. So a future upcoming Patreon giveaway, one of the Patreons, you're going to get a chance to try this. All right. So this is, I probably should just keep this over here. Now, the other thing that makes me think that, they might bring this back again is because they do have a label on here similar with the Redbreast 12 cask strength with the batch number. So it says B125 on here. Now, I'm kind of thinking, why would you do that if you're only going to have, if it's a one-time only, why bother putting a batch number on it? So that makes me hopefully optimistic that maybe they'll do another batch, maybe for, a European release. Maybe they'll do it for a North American release, US release. So we shall see. Yeah, this one is celebrating the 20-year anniversary of the original 15-year. This one is 56.3% ABV, and that is natural cask strength. And I like the label. I like that they did the dark green. I like that they did that. Pretty color. All right. I thought I saw it. Yeah, there's Derek Whiting stuck in here. Cheers to you, Derek. Chris Jenkins. Cheers to you, Chris. Chris was one of our latest Patreon winners. You will have something heading your way here very soon. It's all ready downstairs for my next pilgrimage to UPS, man. They're completely repaving the street over there. So it is you kind of got to go in the back way, sneak in the back way to get in there. Hey, Donald. Cheers to you. Donald, I might have to add one of these to your shelf for next time someone is going to Canada to bring you a sample. 15 cask strength. All right. So honestly, the first thing I get off the nose on this, which surprised me, is a lot of cocoa. So think like a cup of hot chocolate. Now after that, you get a lot more of the vanilla. The spice is coming through. It's kind of a cinnamon. There's some red berry notes, but honestly, the note that I'm hit with before it really starts to open up is that chocolate. When I first had a pour right out of the bottle, the chocolate was dominant. That was what I got hit with first, which I don't think I get as much chocolate on the regular 15. I mean, I only have that much left, luckily. Actually, I didn't think I had any left, so yay me for accidentally planning. The 15 is your favorite of the core range. You know, I always say it's not mine, but then I put it in a blind and it always freaking scores really high. So what do I know? It's not one that I reach for. I actually don't currently have a bottle of the 15 in the house. It's not in one. I like Listo, you know, I like the sherry finishes, so it's not one I typically go for. So pretty color on this. Definitely is darker than the regular 15. So I mean, even though it's a smaller amount, you can definitely tell it's darker. A lot of that so it's sitting, it's getting air. I'm getting more of the spice coming through. I'm getting more of the vanilla, a lot more of the caramel, a lot more of the red fruit, like red berries. Kind of like a blackberry. All right, slancha. That has a lot of the similar notes of the 15, just ramped up quite a bit. The proof on the Redbreast Cask Strength, the 15-year, 56.3, I thought. They printed it in this like really light green against a dark green freaking label. So it's a little tricky to read. 56.3%. So it's actually it's the exact same. I don't know about the natural cask strength, considering it's the exact same ABV as the Redbreast 12 cask strength. So funny how that worked out. All right. Oh, you had a cocktail recipe. That sounds really good. That sounds really good. Hey, Slancha. It's good to see you. I had some friends that were actually in Ireland at the time on a golfing trip. So I got very lucky. It happened to be timed the same way, the same time that they were over there at the release. Yeah, because unfortunately, the only place that you could get this was the Middleton online store retail shop. I'm not sure if they had it in their shop, like at Middleton. I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. I know it did sell out. I thought it said it sold out in 30 minutes, but I might be confusing that with another release that was that day, which was Copeland. Copeland Distillery released their 25.1, which is their second release of their own distillate. And it was a cask strength in non-cask strength bottle that was 46% ABV, and then the cask strength. And it is a 5-year double distilled chocolate malt that was then finished in an Oloroso sherry cask. So that sounds amazing. I'm excited to try that one. The chocolate does come through, but not as much on the nose. It comes through on the palate. You're definitely hit with that pot still spice. A lot of cinnamon, vanilla, caramel. The red berry really comes out. I'm not as getting as much of the tropical that I typically get with the regular 15. Getting a little bit of orange, but it's mostly still the spicy, richer, the vanilla. I'm getting a little bit of that chocolate. I get a lot more in the nose than I do the palate, but should have added a metformin to that cocktail. Yeah. Or renamed it Drain Pour. I've made some cocktails that it was rough getting through them. Yeah, trial and error, trial and error. All right, so let's try this against the regular 15. I still do have a little bit of that left, and I mean the regular 15 honestly is super oily on the glass. Yeah, I mean the cask strength obviously is more, but the 15 is still pretty oily. Ah, you're having a cask strength Talisker. George Talisker is the one Scotch, and I mean I like peated, but that one I don't know. It's the brininess. I can't get into it. My husband likes it. He likes it a lot, but I just can't get into Talisker. It's like if Scotch was fishy, it's a fishy Scotch. Yeah. So the 15 for me on the nose, I'm getting a lot more of those tropical fruits. A lot of the citrus. Citrus is actually the first thing on the nose that I'm getting. Yeah, it's like orange zest. You're a Talisker fan. I like my Ardbeg. I like more of the like savory. I like the heavy sherry, heavy savory. The art well, the Ardbeg actually the sherry. Yeah, it's the Ugo I like, which is freaking sherry. Yeah, the title churn. Yeah, that's exactly. It's like if Scotch were fishy, it would be Talisker. Yeah, a lot of orange, like, and it's not even like it's like orange peel or orange zest. There is some vanilla. I'm not really getting as much spice. A little bit of the chocolate as far as the regular 15, but on the cask strength, I get a lot more of like a red berry, kind of like a strawberry or maybe a blackberry. And a lot of, I mean, it's like nosing over a hot chocolate. It was okay, so that was it. That was the 31 minutes. Thank you, Declan. Okay, so it was the Copeland. Yeah, I know that Redbreast sold out same day. I'm not sure how long that one was then. Both of them released, I think it was what, like a day or two apart. It was something like that. I like some sea spray, no flounder. Hey, Dave. Cheers to you, Dave Vogel saying, Christine Vasco. Slaunchy all, it's been a minute. Cheers to you, Christine. I hope you guys are staying cool up there in Cleveland. It's super flippin' hot. This is ridiculous. I'm waiting for it to rain. I'm staying inside. So we are comparing right now the regular Redbreast 15 to the Redbreast 15 cask strength. If you want fishy, Old Pulteney. See, I didn't think Old Pulteney was fishy. I actually liked Old Pulteney. I didn't find that one to be fishy. Yeah, Lefroy is iodine to me. Talisker is a lot of all around something of everything. Brine, peat, apple, malt, pineapple, floral. I do get a little bit of the peat. I get a lot of the brine. Whole lot of brine. Oh, it's 91. Yeah, I think it's 93 here in Columbus. It's crazy. It's hot. I've tried not to go outside as much as possible. All right, let's try this regular 15 year. Way more tropical fruit on that. Way more. The regular 15, I get more of a lead with the tropical fruit. Not getting as much red berry, getting a lot more apricot, a lot more citrus, a little chocolate on the back end, vanilla, not as much spice. But then again, I'm going from cask strength down, so that could be some of that. All right. So I didn't want to just compare this to the 15 because again, it's, we're going from was this 46? Yeah, we're going from from 56 down to 46. It's not really truly fair comparison. So I also brought out and poured a little bit of the Redbreast 12 cask strength. So I have batch B121. I'm almost out of this one. I'm going to have to top off here soon, but it is the exact same ABV. So that should be a pretty comparable whiskey here. Now these are closer to being the same color. The 15 does still look maybe a tidge darker, maybe. I don't know. They're pretty close. -11 Celsius in Ireland. Ugh, I wish I was back there, Declan. I had a few friends that have been over since I was over there in September, October, and I'm already ready to go back. But I got to take my husband to Scotland. He actually put off his trip to Scotland so we could go to Ireland again, and I'm still trying to wing it to where maybe we can go to Islay and maybe catch the ferry over to Belfast and maybe spend a little time. So I love Belfast. That was fun city. That whole area is fun. It's such a great whiskey area. All right, let's check out the 12 against the 15. Whole lot more red fruit on the 12. No surprise. Yeah, going back and forth, you really do pick up. I'm going to pour just a little bit more of the 15. You really do pick up a lot more of the chocolate now when you're comparing it to the 12. The 12 just got so much red berry on it. I would have loved to have picked up a second bottle. Unfortunately, it was limit 1 per person. So I was just glad to get one. Whole lot more red berry. Well, 11 Celsius is downright frigid compared to so many in America. I've heard the continent and Great Britain are similar to us. It depends on the time of year. Like I said, when we were over there in September, October, it was fine. It was pretty much exactly the same as here. You're waiting for me to buy a distillery. I'm waiting for you to loan me the money. I will say a friend of mine, which launch it to you, Lisa. Congratulations. She went, and she's been a big Irish whiskey drinker like myself. She actually went back to school and went through all the coursework to become a distiller. And she actually does have a job now at a distillery in New England. So she is a distiller. And I'm really excited. I am going to review, probably do a little review on here. Definitely going to do it on Instagram. She sent me a couple samples of some of their American whiskey and bourbons from their distillery. So I'm excited to try those. I've not had Connecticut whiskey before. So it's going to be interesting. Hey, Donner, cheers to you. It was good to see you again. Saw Donner over watching Whiskey in the West earlier today. Always great Scotch content. Always great Scotch content from Matt. Oh, over the past weekend, they've got a heat wave going on too. Yeah, I've heard that. I think it was somebody, I can't remember where, that was saying, oh, it was 30. Yeah, that is hot over there. Yeah. I don't know what the reverse would be in Celsius. It's 96 here today, 96 Fahrenheit. It's flipping hot. It's really humid too. reverse heat wave. Yeah, I know. Anthony was in here saying it was only like 85 degrees in Vegas, and that's just wrong on so many levels. It was 113 and 97 today. Not a lot of Connecticut whiskey out there, plenty over the western border in eastern New York. She actually did, when she did her apprenticeships, she did the apprenticeships in New York distilleries and breweries and did all the training there. But she got hired right out of school. So pretty proud of her. And I'm excited to see what she's going to come up with. She's got some good ideas. I'm pretty excited about it. It's still 35 there. I don't know. I need to put the conversion on my phone. I talk to you guys all the time. I need to just put the conversion on my phone. All right. So the Redbreast 12 cask strength. As you know, typical Redbreast, you're getting the sugar cookie, you're getting all that red fruit is prominent on the nose. That nutmeg, it is. I even get a little citrus, but it's really starting to bring out the chocolate more in the 15. You got the, no, I had it right. Oh, 90, 35 is 95. Holy cannoli, that's hot. That's hot for you guys. Yeah. So you're stuck here in this misery right with us. I'm in an air-conditioned room, guys, and I have a fan going. I don't know if you can hear it. I have a ceiling fan going, and I'm still sweating. It's hot. I don't keep it super cold in my house either because I'm kind of a miser like that. I'm cheap. I don't want to. We have a basement, so we normally just hide down there. Yeah, you got it. I'm hoping we get that rain. All right, let's do the 12. So I got to say, I do prefer the 15 cask strength. It just seems more balanced. The 12, and I know Donald would agree. You know, some of the batches of the 12, the cask strength, aren't as good as others. I have one of the. It's okay. It's not my favorite. I've had some later batches that have been better. This is B121. It's got just a. I don't know. It's got a bite at the end of it. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost a bitterness that's at the end of it. And I mean, I could still drink it. Obviously, I've drank most of it. So I enjoy it. And you still get that red fruit, you still get that nutmeg, those sugar cookie notes, but you definitely get there's some kind of bitter, a little bit of a bitter note at the back end of it. I think the 15, I will say that's a well done whiskey. So if it's one that you already like the regular 15, like I said, I'm getting totally different notes on this one. The chocolate comes through more, the vanilla comes through more. You do still get the citrus. You get a little more red berry on the cask strength. You get the oak, you get the spice, a lot of cinnamon. So if you like the 15 already, I could tell you if you're interested in trying to get one secondary, if you're in a state where you can have things shipped in from overseas, Whiskey Bitters would be a site, and Irish Whiskey Auctions. Check those out. I'm telling you, you're going to see these bottles there. I would be shocked if you didn't see a 15 on these sites. Usually any of this releases, and eventually somebody ends up throwing them on secondary, which I don't blame them. Grapefruit and pencil shavings. You know, I kind of felt that way about Redbreast 27, batch 3. Not about the pencil shaving as much, but the grapefruit. It was all flipping grapefruit. I mean, it was too hard to get any. You got some orange, but it was really hard to get any other discernible notes on it. So people say, you know, would you pay the price that Redbreast 27 is now? It depends on the batch. And I've had people tell me, "Oh, this is so great whiskey. You can't tell the difference in the bat." Bull crap. Yeah, you can. Donald, you know what I'm talking about. When you line them up, you can tell. You can definitely tell a difference. Same with the Redbreast Cask Strength. You can tell. You can tell the difference. Earlier batches were really good. I think they're really coming in, into themselves again. I think these latest batches have been good. The 24 was good, the sample that I had anyway. All right. Let's get into some other stuff. Probably going to keep this 15 close by. Probably going to finish the red. Let me finish regular one. So going back to regular 15, I am starting to get more chocolate on that now. I still get a lot of citrus though. A lot of citrus. I still got a lot of orange zest on the nose. Orange zest, apricot, vanilla. I'm getting on the palate and getting a little more of that chocolate. Dump that. Rinse that out. I didn't get nearly enough glasses here. So I'm going to go to keep this 15 nearby. So well done, Redbreast, on the 15 cask strength. If I hear that they are doing another release of this, if they're going to release it again, if they're going to release it in a different country, I'll let you guys know. I'll let my Patreon, you guys will know first. Like I said, with Irish distillers, you just never know. You never know what they're going to do. We beg for one release and they're like, okay, here's this instead. They tell us something's a one-off and then bring it out again. And make it part of their core lineup. They've done it with 2 of them. They've done it with 15 and PX. So you never know. But if I hear that this one's coming out again, I will let you guys know. The only hope I have that it might release again, like I said, is the fact that they threw a batch on it. Why bother to put a batch on it if you're never going to release it again? Yes, gold spot. Exactly. This will never happen again. JK, here's a 13 year. And I have them both. So have you done a side-by-side with the cask strength? Yeah, I just did that on here. So I had a little bit of the 15 and compared it to the cask strength. 15 is, for me, I get a lot of citrus on that one. I get a lot of apricot. I get a lot of orange, more than the chocolate note. A little more of that sugar cookie, a little more like a nutmeg. On the 15 cask strength, it's a lot more of the chocolate. I get red fruit like strawberry, blackberry. Get more cinnamon as the spice on that one. It's a lot spicier, which it's cask strength, so I would expect that. More of the oak spice, vanilla, caramel, but so it's different. You still do get some citrus on that one. Which, I found the same thing with actually John's Lane cask strength. I think that the fruit notes that you get in a typical John's Lane, you just lose them in the cask strength. It's way more spicy, way more vanilla. No, you're good, Donner. I'm happy to have you. I'm happy you stopped by. Hey, cheers, Kilko. Good to see you. Kilko Mental Musings. Kilko, let me know if you are going live at 7. Drop your link in here. All right. So we're going to get into a couple of summer pours because, like I said, it's hot. It's so hot outside. And I wanted to introduce a couple things that I myself usually drink for summer. Summertime, I'm not usually pulling down a heavy sherry, heavy port, cask strength Irish whiskey. It's just, it's hot. Is the Redbreast 15 worth 130? I kind of think it is. It's a really good whiskey, Kathy. It's a little higher ABV at 46, and I wouldn't pay much above that. But it is really good. It is. Thank you, Sugar Kitty. Yeah, we're going to wrap up in time that everybody can go join Kilko over on his stream. Yes, that's redacted. I said it twice. Sorry. Sorry, Sugar Kitty. I swear I'm gonna do a whole stream. I'm gonna get the redacted whiskey and do a whole stream of the redacted whiskey. Although, if I do that, I'm gonna have to send you samples and make you come on my stream, so we can so you can actually drink the redacted with whiskey with me. Oh, Orchard House. I like Orchard House. So I think it was Leanne from Scotch on the Bayou recommended Orchard House to me, and I picked that up. Holy crap, that is so good. That is so good. It's like apple juice and Scotch. It is so flippin' good. Was just thinking of the Bunnahabhain 12 cask strength. Had the 2021 22 batches, and while they were great, they didn't taste anything like the core range. Yeah, and like I said, I've had that with the sorry, redacted Powers Johns Lane and the cask strength version. And they honestly, if you put them together, you wouldn't think they were the same whiskey. So it just depends. Let me know actually what you guys think now that you've said the Bunnahabhain. Because I've had some people tell me that the cask strength isn't worth it, and some people tell me they love the cask strength. So should I go hunting down a Bunnahabhain cask strength? So let me know what you think. All right. So the first thing that I enjoy when it gets this hot in the middle of summer is actually not a whiskey. Now, it was one that I was drinking yesterday. I knew I was drinking it most of the day yesterday because I had a headache at the end of the day, which tends to happen, and I still drink it, still love it. It's actually Irish poaching. So yesterday, this is one of my favorites. This is Short Cross Irish poaching. This is one of my favorite poachings. I think poaching is brilliant in summer. It's lighter, it's sweeter. This one is 100%. Is it malted rye or just rye or malted barley? Yeah, malted barley, malted wheat, and malted rye. This one is 56%, I think, 46%. I love anything with rye. I'm a huge rye fan. So I gravitate towards Short Cross. I love all the stuff that they're doing with rye. And I am going to end up having to pick up another bottle of this because I am going through this like crazy. This also is outstanding. In the cocktail I was telling you about, if you want to make a version of a bramble. Now, a bramble is a cocktail normally use gin. Instead, I use the Irish poaching and lemonade and blackberry. We have blackberry coffee syrup. So we mix that all together, and it makes a great cocktail. It's crushable. That's probably why I get a headache, because it goes down pretty freaking smooth. But poaching is honestly, it's a great drink for summer. Like I said, it's light. It can easily be mixed with so many things. Could be substituted for vodka, be substituted for tequila, substituted for gin. It's really versatile. Real creamy mouthfeel on most poaching. So I really enjoy it. There are 3 different Bunna cask strength. The first was nearly not as good. Second was phenomenal. They're great. Okay, so basically don't get the first one. Is what I'm hearing. Hey, Joe. Sláinte to you. Cheers. How you doing? And let me know what you guys, what's your go-to for summer? I saw somebody recommend fudge. There you go. Yeah, Orchard House, Glencaddam, Teeling Small Batch, Aaron 10, all great summer pours. I haven't had Aaron 10 yet. We do have it here. I've thought about picking it up. Orchard House, totally agree. That's just like apple juice. Teeling Small Batch, I like Teeling Small Batch. I completely agree with that. Yep, perfect summer hot weather bottle. That Orchard House. I tell you, the other consequence of it being this hot out, you're indoors all day. The air conditioning's running all day long. You get a little sinus stuff going on. Kind of stinks this weather. Hey, Joe. Joe, it is good to see you. The Middle Buna cask is a huge buy if you ever find it. All right, I'm going to look for that one. Gonna have to look for that one. Sure, I'm not missing anybody. Yeah, let me know what your go-tos are. Here's Donner's, Orchard House, Altmore 12, and Ball Blair 12. You know, I've had Ball Blair 12. It's been a long time, though. It's been a couple years. I honestly don't remember. Ooh, Wild Turkey American Honey and freshly brewed tea. 2 fingers in a tall glass and fill with that unsweetened tea and enjoy. That sounds really good. One of my other go-tos is actually with my second summer weather whiskey here. And that is the J.J. Corey the Hanson. I absolutely love this one. Tons of vanilla. It's a little bit higher ABV at 45%. It's a real good price. Tons of vanilla. It kind of reminds me of like juicy fruit gum. So I'll take this and like 2 ounces, maybe a little more, and I'll mix it with, again, with lemonade. My lemonade's like a go-to, or lemon soda, and then I'll add a sprig of lavender because we grow a ton of lavender in the garden. Make sure it's English or Munstead lavender, not anything that's going to kill you, but just a sprig of lavender in it. Really delicious, crushable, summertime cocktail. So that's another one of the whiskeys that I drink a lot of in summer. It's so good. It's so light. It's an Irish single grain. So single grain Irish means it was all distilled at one single distillery. The prominent grain typically in single grain Irish is corn, because corn, even, you know, in Ireland, corn is cheap. It's inexpensive to use. There's also usually barley. There could be wheat, there could be oats, there could be rye. The J.J. Corey the Hanson is primarily corn. You can kind of taste the corn in it. It is sweet. Ball Blair 12 is tougher to find. You'd recommend Deanston 12, more grainy than the other bottles, but good. Aaron 10 is good. There are a lot of good tealings for summer too. See, the tealing pot still, the regular pot still, I'm not a fan of. Now, they've got their Wonders of Wood series. Love those. They've got their finished pot stills. I like those. The regular pot still I don't like. Now, their single grain I do really like. They're single grain. It's really great. I had one of the single grains that was finished in, I think it was a Bordeaux cask, and it was so good. It was really good. All right, let me get through one of my others here. So another one of my favorites for summer, it was just a newer find that I'm becoming a massive fan of Copeland. So I had one of Copeland's first releases. They released a cask strength whiskey it was a source whiskey, and it was finished in their own Bordeaux rum casks. Really loved it. Was hoping to get another bottle when I went there, but they were out. We picked up all their others, and this was quickly becoming one of my favorites. I'm going to have to get another one. This is the Copeland 5-year single grain Irish whiskey. Now, this is also, this is one of their source bottles, but this is aged in bourbon barrels and finished in a muscatel hogshead and a PX sherry butt. This is 46% ABV. So you get those nice sherry notes. I got some floral notes. I got some orange chocolate notes. Get the sweet notes from the single grain. It's just a really nice whiskey. And it's one I really enjoy. In fact, I'm going to pour some of this in my glass. I haven't had this in a little bit. Copeland is, I'm actually talking to them. We'll see if we can maybe get them to be a guest to tell you all about their distillery. They're just producing such great whiskey right now. I love what they're doing. They're doing a lot of crystal malt, a lot of chocolate malt, a lot of rye. Oh, the rye new make. I can't wait for that to come out. That's going to be great. I like the tealing single grain, not as much a fan of their small batch. Yeah, and I get that. I mean, it's a rum finish. Hey, Amy. Cheers to you. Amy O'Byrne, how you doing? Yeah, Donald's not a pot still fan, Teeling pot still fan either. Yeah, I like I said, I love the Wonders of Wood series. I think that's brilliant. It's just the regular pot still I'm not a fan of. This Copeland is so good. All right. Another, I'm going to break away from the single grain Irish whiskey. I need to pull these bottles closer. Run out of room on the table. Actually, I'll save that one for last. Let's put this other one because this other one's going to be a surprise. This other one is actually a blend. And when I was thinking about, what do I want for a summer drink? I want something crushable. I don't want anything super high ABV, but I want something tasty. This one is actually a surprise to me. This was a celebrity whiskey. Now, celebrity whiskeys are usually terrible. This one is actually pretty. I was honestly kind of surprised. So this is Four Walls Irish whiskey and American rye whiskey. Now, I did a full video for Four Walls, and I compared this to the other obvious American plus or Irish plus rye whiskey, which is fudge, I'm totally blank. Keeper's Heart. Keeper's Heart, I think they source their rye from, I think it's MGP, and it's a little more of a dill note rye to me. This one is the rye whiskey is sourced from Cedar Ridge in Iowa. And this one, you get more of those really nice spearminty rye notes. I think it goes better with the Irish. I can't remember where they sourced it. I'm going to have to rewatch my own video. I can't remember where they get the Irish from. It's likely Great Northern, but I can't remember exactly. But it's a really nice blend. Now, it does drink a little thin. It's 40%. It's 80 proof. So it does drink a little bit thin. But it really is a nice, like if you're not looking, if it's hot outside, you're not looking for a cask strength necessarily whiskey. If you're just looking for a nice drinkable whiskey, something a little different, something mixing cocktails, I really like this. I think they've done a very good job. I'm trying to think if I remember who they brought in. I thought it was Noel Sweeney, but it might not be Noel Sweeney. But they did bring in an Irish distiller to blend this bottle. And they did a good job on it. So that's another one that I've already killed half the bottle. I enjoy that one. And it's not one most people would think of. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of celebrity whiskeys. There's another one that's associated with a celebrity in Ireland. Actually, there's a couple now. Because even Russell Crowe has an Irish whiskey. Oh, I would love that. Sugar Kitty, shoot me an email. That way I have your email. And I'm going to get that whiskey and we're going to do it. That's going to be so much fun. Then you can say redacted on purpose the whole stream. It'd be awesome. When I see all this bourbon plus rye, it's a shame I can't buy those here. I wish you could. I really do. Yours, I'm like 90 minutes from the state line of Kentucky. So I'm down, it's no big thing for us to go down to Kentucky, once a year, twice a year to go down there. And so we get a lot of, the bourbons and ryes here. Ohio, it's kind of joke that we're the land of Weller. We've had Buffalo Trace drops. I got in the Tater line a couple weeks ago, or it was about 3 weeks ago. We had another one this past weekend. I think they had Blanton's and Eagle Rare, and they had E.H. Taylor, single barrel and barrel proof. So and Weller SR, we get whiskey up here quite a bit from Kentucky. So we also have some great Ohio distilleries. Middle West Spirits is really good. So hopefully we can get more of our American whiskey over there. If not, you're just going to have to come to Kentucky. Come on a trip. I would be happy to meet you down there. Oh, yes. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for a reminder. I saw that on Vix last night. Yeah, so everybody please raise your glass. One of our whiskey tubers, Scott Pigsley, who used to be Fifth Quarter Tailgate, sadly passed a year ago. Scott, I loved bantering with him all the time. Scott is a huge Nebraska Cornhusker football fan. And so they're a Big Ten team that played against our Ohio State Buckeyes. So we used to kind of banter back and forth and just give him total smack about the football season. I know he's still up there. He's going to be watching Cornhusker football. He'll still be at every game this season. So raise your glass. Sláinte, Scott. Oh, no service in Hocking Hills if this goes through. Cheers. Sláinte to you, David. I love Hocking Hills. I grew up not far from there. We used to actually skip school and go to Old Man's Cave. It was super close to my house. Oh, everything from Buffalo Trace is widely available. Okay. So you just need all the other stuff, all the other good stuff. Double Eagle Rare and Millennium just dropped in Ohio. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are more than my mortgage. Yeah, totally agree with that, Sugar Kitty. All right. All right. So the last one that I'm gonna pull out, it's actually another single pot still. But because of the notes, I think this is great for summer. So this one is Drumshambo single pot still Irish whiskey. So this one is 43% ABV. This is Irish malted barley, regular barley, and Irish barra oats. Now, I think they only put, I think it's 3% of the barra oats in there, but it adds such a nice creaminess. I get kind of like a toasted coconut on this Drumshambo single pot still. So that, instantly reminds me of summer. And I think this is a great, especially if you want something other than a single grain, if you want a single pot still, I think it's a great single pot still for summer. And it's really different. I think it's a great example, actually, of a more modern single pot still. Starting to see kind of some division that you can see between like the old school, like the Redbreast single pot stills, and then maybe something like the Culloden single pot stills, the Clonakilties. So you're starting to see kind of a old traditional versus modern with Irish whiskey. And it's kind of fun. Oh, 6 months ago, we lost Andy Foodquick as well. Oh, Sláinte, Andy. We're lucky to have all these people in our lives for the short time that we do. Me with the Drumshambo gin in the glass. Yeah. Sugar Kitty keeping the Drumshambo team alive there at the shed. I thought it was an obligation to only have malted and unmalted rye and pasta whiskey. No. They can have, so according to the current technical file, they can have up to 5% of another grain. So the other grain, being wheat, being corn, being rye, they can't have, according to the if they want to put single pot still on the bottle, they can't have more than 5%. Now, you're also starting to see things from like Culloden Distillery, where they're going for not GI compliant single pot still. So it's more falling in line with the historic, more accurate definition of single pot still, which is more of a 30-30-30. So 30% unmalted barley, 30% malted barley, and 30% of another grain. Now, they can't call that single pot still in the bottle according to the current definition. So a lot of times you'll see them just call it mixed mash bill. And then when they do release a single pot still whiskey, they'll call it a GI compliant single pot still. So hope that clears it up a little bit. Yeah, you can oats. I see that used quite a bit. Like I said, I'm a rye fan. I love seeing anything with rye. Oats makes it really nice and creamy. Adds a really neat note to everything. Hey, Tom. JJ Corey, Irish Mule. Yay, it's flipping ridiculous hot outside. Hey, Kilco. Actually, that was perfect timing. So next week on my channel, I'm going to have Baker Drinks. I sent Baker Drinks a blind flight. If you are a member of my paid Patreon, I will send you the key early on this one. I sent them. The name of their flight is I call it the New Kids on the Block. At the time I put it together and boxed it up, it was some of the latest whiskey. I think the oldest release in there was maybe 6 months old, and they're all newer brands. So it's none of the older, kind of more established brands. The week after, which is right after the 4th, I'm having the Durrell, the Whiskey Sate on my channel. I'm not going to give the name of his flight away because it will totally give away what I sent him. I sent him a very killer flight. Kind of really excited about that. Durrell's a little trickier because I know Durrell has obviously an amazing palate. Durrell also doesn't like any peated whiskey. So I had to make sure to steer clear of anything that even remotely was smoky. But if you're a member of my paid Patreon, you're going to get the key for that one as well. So let me know. I'll drop the Baker Drinks one the night, probably the Saturday, the night before the stream, so that you guys have it. Let me know what you guys think of what I sent. Let me know what you guys think. If you think, let me know what you think their favorite's going to be. And then upcoming, like I said, I'm still working. I'm going to work with them to get a date for Cask 529. I'm looking forward to having them on. That's gonna be so much fun. I've already kind of started thinking about what I would send them. So, all right, it is 3 minutes to 7. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up because it's a hot one today. You guys make sure you all jump over to Kilco stream. Happy to help you, Juris. Happy to help you. Thinking oats was historically a thing. Yeah. Any grain that was grown on the farm was historical, and you can still use it in single pot. So you just can't use more than 5% of it. Otherwise, you have to call it a mixed mash bill. Yes. All right, there we go. Everybody, make sure you jump over to Kilco stream. You guys all have a great week. I will see you here next Sunday with Baker Drinks. So everybody have a great week. Sláinte.